Good day, this is Carla. I had to start this over again to make sure y'all can hear me. But it's February 23rd and the time is 3:44 a.m. Got it down. I was hearing a conversation between the dude and somebody he was trying to get his hit and run shit for a one night stand basically. So, the person was like, "You married." Dude, like, how you know that? You know what I'm saying? So the person proceeds to ask him, "Why are you about to cheat on your wife? And y'all got two kids together." And the man is just shocked. Like, how the fuck you know all of this? And then the man proceeds to say, I married her because she's a good mother. And over the years, I realized she's not the woman that I want to be with. But she's a good mother. And she's a good person overall. And I didn't want to hurt her by leaving. So the person that I can't see the person that they talking to, but it's like I'm looking at this individual as if like they talking to me, but they talking to somebody else. But so the person proceeds to say like, well, don't you think cheating would hurt more than you just being honest and leaving? And the guy stood there, and he was just looking like, I like literally like I, and then he just was standing there. So my point is just a message. I'm a messenger. But the point of the message is to whoever, it's 2:12 was on the timer. To whoever, if you are in a relationship, whether you man or woman, however, whatever your relationship is, whether it's kids involved or kids not involved, if you in a relationship and maybe you did get with that person and you were thinking that they were your person and y'all could do this damn thing together, and then after a while you realize, no, this not this is not the way that I want things to go. People start to make different decisions, and when they start to make different decisions and different choices, they are moving differently, and it's nothing wrong with that. But why string somebody along that you know you ain't rocking with no more, or you was never rocking with? You know what I'm saying? It was convenient for you, and then now it ain't convenient for you, and which is fucked up. You don't do people like that. But that's honestly how people move. So if that was your case, it was beneficial. Now it's no longer beneficial, but oh, I don't want to hurt them, so I'ma just step outside of the relationship. You hurting them more by staying and doing that. Cut the cord. If you are no longer in that place of love with someone that you are with, it is okay. If you done, especially if it was a point where like I was in love, things just started going different in life, and I'm just not in love with that person. I don't I don't see things the way that I used to see them with this person or even with myself. That's when you sit down and you have that conversation. I think it's about time for us to part ways, because that person could be on the same shit that you're on. And it doesn't have to be a negative way. It doesn't have to be so bad. And then if they not and they thinking everything is okay, that's when you gotta, clarify that shit. Like, you might be comfortable with our situation, but I'm not. And I think it will be better for us to separate. Or if it's one of them things like, I don't want to separate, but I don't know what to do. 444 was on the timer. That's when you go get help. That's when you seek counseling, marriage counseling, together. And not only that, you get the individual counseling as well. Because it's not always something that's wrong within the relationship. Sometimes it's the individuals. Sometimes it's the individuals and the things that they have been holding on to, things that have been bothering them that they haven't shared with their partner. So that's when you open your mouth and you talk and you communicate. You don't just go outside of your relationship because you and your feelings, because you not feeling it the way that you was feeling it. Before you go inviting somebody else in, or not even inviting, pulling somebody else into your bullshit, clean that shit up first. So then when you are with someone else, you're not stepping in the same shit you stepped in with your previous relationship. So if you clean this shit up before you move on, or if you clean, like, I can even put it in a better, like this. If you clean your house and before you get new furniture, you ain't got to worry about that furniture getting fucked up with the same dirt that was on the last furniture. I even go further. You want to paint your walls, but it's mud, all types of shit on the walls, but you paint over it. What the fuck you think gonna happen to that new paint on top of all of that bullshit? That bullshit is going to seep through the new paint. So clean the fucking walls before you put the new paint. Don't just try to cover it up. Don't try to take the easy route by, I ain't gonna pay no attention. I just go fuck around in the streets and then come back and I'll be good. No. Because you'll never be good. You're gonna keep fucking around and you're gonna keep fucking around and you're gonna keep fucking around because you're looking for something that you're not getting at home. And instead of saying this is no longer a place that I want to reside, you gonna stay there, run up all the motherfucking bills, fuck up the house, holes in the walls, and then, okay, well, I'm done now. Don't do that. Don't do that to nobody. Don't do that to a house. Because that ain't cool. And I'm not going to lie and say I haven't had that shit done to me. Because I have. And maybe that's why I got down low. I don't know. But just put yourself in that person's position. How would you want someone to handle you if they were no longer feeling you? Would you want them to just ghost you? Would you want them to step out of your relationship? Would you want them to just sit there and suck it up and be fucking miserable, and then in return you become miserable? So if you're thinking about stepping outside of your relationship because you're no longer feeling it, end the relationship first.